My passion has been for a long, long time working with clay. And I started as a pottery teacher and an art teacher way back in the 1970s, mid-70s, when you could teach whatever you wanted to teach, and I did. Workshop today is about let's see what we mean, because I honestly believe that the hands will tell the story in the clay. We're simply going to look at various grief models, which we have done already, but really taking the continuing bonds, which children in particular are very au fait with naturally. So we don't really have to say too much about it. We just say, well, if your grandma was here, what would she say to you? And then we can do something to do with grandma and memories and whatever. So that's what I mean by let's see what we mean. And so I'm hoping that people will go away feeling much more confident using clay and not get too hung up about, well, I should do this or I should do that with it. It's actually working with uncertainty, working with unknown. And we never ever know how long we're going to live for. We don't know how long our pets are going to live for. And so I think if we can go in and simply work with the not knowing and feel confident in that, then my job's been worthwhile this afternoon. My theory that I have created is called a theory of contact, physical, metaphorical, spiritual, emotional, because working with clay is such a deep form of therapy. Whether we're working with a 4-year-old or we're working with a 94-year-old, it's such a deep form of therapy that it encompasses so much. It's such a holistic medium to use. And I use the word medium. I don't say tool. It's not a tool. It's a medium. It's a soil. Something quite spiritual comes through when working with clay, something that's deep within us that we're not really fully conscious of. So it's coming from, our hands are working with the clay. All these memories of touch and whatever early experiences are bringing things up from the unconscious. And children just naturally gravitate towards working with the earth and getting messy and muddy and all of that. And I know that where I've done my theory and my presentations around the globe, people who perhaps are living closer to the land than we are really do connect with that spiritual aspect of working with clay a little bit more than the Western world does. What I've been amazed at is that often the clay process keeps working and it can keep alive for a long, long time. So people will often put their creations, their processes on their windowsills or the desk saying, I don't know what this is about. And then 6 months or so later, will actually email me to say, do you know what? I now know what that's about. So I'm hoping that people will go away appreciating that we don't need all these really fancy mediums or tools or whatever to work through. Give us clay, give us the natural material, give us the stuff that we're made from.